Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to something incredibly special today. Now if you're an avid viewer of the channel, you'll already know we've had a very brief walk and talk around this, the brand new BMW iX3, which actually, there's no understating this, it is probably the most important car from BMW for a very long time, because this is the start, it heralds the start of the newer Classe design. So today we've got a little bit of a time with one to have a little bit of a walk and talk around this car, take a look at some of the features, and let's get cracking by talking about what this car is, the range, and let's just take a look. The iX3 from launch is available as just a 50. You can then get the 50 on its own. You can then get an M Sport and an M Sport Pro. This particular car is an M Sport Pro finished in this fantastic polarized grey. It's very similar to Dravit grey that we already have. And we'll talk about the design in a minute, but the big thing with this car is the range. It's only available as a fully electric vehicle, but the range is mind-blowing. So this car on the WLTP cycle has a claimed range of up to around 500 miles, which is bonkers. But it's not just that. We've got around 470 horsepower as well, which means 0 to 62 is dealt with in around 4.9 seconds. So it's not only market leading when it comes to range, it's also still very quick and retains that BMW feel. But that's enough of that. Let's now take a look at some of the design cues. Let's start down the front end with the design, which is very different. As we mentioned, this is the first generation of the newer Classe design, which actually you're going to see roll out across a lot of cars going forwards. But it's still very recognizable as BMW, of course. So the big thing straight away, the kidney grills. Now they are illuminated on this car as standard as well with this iconic glow. You also get this new signature light design across here with this almost black bar running the entire way across the front, which gives it a really cool stance at the front. The new daytime running lights up here are more the snake eye design rather than the Corona rings we've seen before. You've then got all this aero down here and some design cues you see on current BMWs, like this little area here, which you can follow all the way up through to the roundel and then across the bonnet. You've then got something really cool in this car, which is a front boot, which is a first for BMW. You have up to 60 litres underneath here in this compartment, which is a perfect place to put your charging cable. As you move alongside the car, you can still see a lot of details that you see in modern BMWs. So for example, this front arch here, very reminiscent of the current iX. This particular car is sat on the fabulous 22-inch alloy wheels with the red brake calipers behind there, which ties in really well with the rest of the car. Something that's very new are these door handles, which sit flush with the car until it's unlocked. Something that's actually really cool as well, it has an ice mode, so some of you are probably thinking in the winter, oh, what if these freeze? Well, the car can detect that, and then it can actually vibrate these door handles to free itself from the ice. Something really cool and, I don't know, just a cool little feature that I don't think you would normally think of. As we move along the side of the car, you've still got the swage line along the side as well, but it is a more, I don't know, a softer design across the side. It's not an overload of creases, it's not too aggressive. As we move down here, of course, we've got the Hofmeister kink, which is slightly different on this car because it's more of a pillarless design. But I think the side profile, as I say, very reminiscent of the iX, but still very futuristic. Round the rear, things get very different indeed. You've got this new design to the rear lights. However, you can still see elements from current BMWs. So for example, the light that goes along here and then flicks up at the end looks very reminiscent of current rear LED lights on models. However, it's got this new design through here, which looks fantastic. They are larger as well, giving much more of a presence around the rear of the vehicle. You've got this double, almost effect rear wing on here, which you can follow right down the back into this crease either side of the newly designed roundel. Down to the rear, this really cool diffuser down here with the reversing light in the center, kind of like race car. If we open up the boot, it is of course electronically folding as standard. The boot with the rear seats in place has 520 litres, and then when you drop them down, you can get up to around 1,700, which is absolutely massive. Of course, as we mentioned, electronically folding tailgate as standard. But before we go and take a look at the interior, let us know in the comments what you think. What do you think of this new design for BMW, this newer classer, this next era for BMW? Let us know in the comments below. The interior is where things get really, really futuristic. There is so much to cover in here that I could take a good 15 minutes just in here, but let's try and wrap it up into a few. Directly in front of me, we've got this brand new steering wheel for BMW. Now, there is a different one as well, which you can get on the Pro, which is coming a little bit later on, but from launch, it's this one. It's got almost 2 spokes here, either side, and then the buttons on here, these really rather lovely, almost crystal effect buttons on here for your satellite navigation, your media, your driving assist, and so on, are all up here. It's really nice. And you know what? The thing that I really just get from this as soon as I jump in is just how high quality it feels. The fit and finish of everything in here is absolutely exceptional. The quality of materials that they've used is incredible, but that's enough of that. There's so much more still to talk about. We've got completely redesigned to the door here. The way that it wraps around the front here is amazing. The ambient lighting all over the place is absolutely gorgeous. The way that it bathes the cabin in this light is fantastic. And then we move into the center. This is the brand new version of BMW's operating system. This is operating system 10. This is brand new, and the way that it's curved towards the driver is fantastic. And it's one of those that actually, whether it's a left-hand drive or a right-hand drive, it's still going to be orientated towards the driver, which is something really cool. But it is the latest system, and it is just beautiful to behold. Of course, there's going to be wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay on there too, but this is the next generation, and it is fantastic. Of course, when we get these cars, I will do a video just exploring this system alone. Another great thing that we have is this brand new live cockpit, which I really hope I can get some B-roll of this, but it looks fantastic. It runs right the way across the front of the car, and you can see your range, you can see the destination, you can see all sorts, your media and so on is going to be on there too. It's a really fantastic system, which, unless you're sat in the driver's seat here or in the passenger seat, you wouldn't even know it's there. It's really clever how they've built it into the dashboard here and makes it look like it's below the bonnet. It's really, really cool. What else can I tell you? These seats are fantastic. These are the Pro seats with the mix of Alcantara and leather. It's just a superb place to sit. And of course, when we get hold of these cars, I'll be able to give you a much more in-depth, detailed look over every single aspect of the vehicle. But this is just a really cool opportunity to come down here, take a look at the car, look at some of the features which we didn't really get to look at the PGA. So there we go, a look around the new BMW iX3. Of course, as soon as we get hold of these, there's going to be so much more content to come. There's just too much to cover with this car in the short space of time we've got it today. So thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you want any more details on the brand new BMW iX3 or any BMW for that matter, please contact your local Sytner BMW retailer. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come, and I will see you guys again very, very soon.